Hello guys and welcome back to the locker room. Tomorrow we will play against Athletic Club Bilbao in the Copa del Rey final. It's a very important match. Hopefully our first trophy of the season and hopefully not the only one. I'm Anton, also known as Visca Barça on social media, a crazy Koule from Germany. And yeah, welcome back to you guys and also welcome to you, Dan.
Yeah, Anton, you're a little crazy, sure, but you're lovable as well, I have to say. Kool-Aid's admit that you're a little lovable. Yeah, I'm Dan. I am from the Barcelona podcast. I'm wearing my own thing today, but I also got the crest on. Here we go. So yeah, I mean, let's do it. Final time. I mean, Anton, the last time you and I spoke, it was Real Madrid. It was El Clasico. It was live coverage. But hey, you can't, you can't cry over spilt milk because it's time for a final. It's time to win a cup. It's time to win the Copa del Rey final against Athletic Club. And that's what we're going to be talking about aplenty today.
And also to take revenge against them. Yeah, we lost the final against them, I think 2 seasons ago, right? So hopefully, guys.
This season, the Spanish Super Cup too, but yeah, let's this season, yeah. But let's all get into that. But yeah, that's it. That's our show. This is Welcome to the Locker Room. Let's go.
Or was it Bilbao? No, we lost. I think the last Copa del Rey final we lost against Sevilla. It was, right?
Valencia.
No, it wasn't. It was Valencia. Yeah, right.
With Marcelino in charge, who is now the manager of Athletic Club. So Barcelona did lose the last Copa del Rey final in 2019 to the same man that they're facing off against with Athletic Club. Yeah.
All right. Now it's time to speak about Copa del Rey final against Athletic Bilbao. It's not the first final against them. I have many finals also in my mind in the last 10 years against Athletic Bilbao. Especially like in 2015 with the solo goal of Leo Messi. Or also, I think in 2010 we played one time against them.
2009, 2012, and 2015 were the last 3. So you're probably thinking of the 2012 one. Yeah, Xavi.
2012.
In that 2012 one, Xavi played out of his mind. That was peak Xavi and Iniesta at that moment, 2012. And then 2009, not to say that he wasn't bad either, but that's what helped Barcelona get the sextuple at that time, the 2009 final.
Yeah, I remember also one, I think, in the old Atletico Madrid stadium in the Vicente Calderón, with a nice Messi goal there with his right foot, like in the corner goal of Bilbao's goalkeeper. But I think we will watch also a highlight video of the final goal of Messi also and of Barça, of course. And now, guys, it's time to rewatch the epic road to the final this season. Because there were many exciting matches, especially when we went very often to the extra times. It was very dramatic, for example, against Granada, against Sevilla, and also one time extra time against...
even Rayo Vallecano. Even Rayo Vallecano was a tough one.
Rayo Vallecano, and also the club from the 3rd division, who knocked out Atletico Madrid.
Oh, Cornea, of course. Local rivals. Yeah.
Also, yes. Also, so dramatic, man.
So, Copa del Rey, nothing is given. Anything can happen. I think back to a few years ago when Barcelona lost Hercules, the Valencian side, small Valencian side. And, I mean, it's all about the underdogs beating the giants. And so those giants, like Barcelona, like Real Madrid also getting knocked out by a second division side, Alcorcon, I think, yeah. And so Barcelona, they had to fight for it. They had to beat Rayo. You have to beat Cornea. You had to beat Rayo. And then it became the La Liga teams that you see aplenty and you know well. And Barcelona took care of business in that second leg against Sevilla. And they earned the right to be in this final. So I feel better, Anton, when Barcelona have, let's say, earned the right to be in the final, had to fight for it.
And now it's time to check out our squad for the final, guys. Also, Ansu Fati is there in the squad list here, but he just will travel to with the team together to, I think in Sevilla we will play, right? Yeah, in Sevilla. So yeah, not medically cleared to play for Ansu Fati, but he will be with the team. And also like Neto, but Ousmane Dembélé is also fit. I read some news that he has struggled a little bit with his medicine, but now it's all fine.
Yeah, Coutinho, the only player, he's getting extra treatment, not in Spain. So he's the one and only player in the first team who won't be making the trip. But I mean, at this point, ES Moriba, you're looking at a first team player. Mingueza, I know he wears 28, but you obviously know that he's fighting for that starting lineup. And we saw against Real Madrid that Sergio Roberto is back. So expect Sergio Roberto to play some kind of role as well. So, I mean, the big question is going to be when you have all these players, and we'll talk about it when we see the lineups as well. It's what formation does the manager go with? How does he use this personnel? Because PK, he's also mentioned, is fit as well. So you have PK, you have Roberto. You basically have 16 to 17, maybe even 18 players that Ronald Koeman trusts. And that's a good thing. That athletic club, you can game plan for 10, 11, 12 of them, but there's 17, 18 options that the manager has to put out against Athletic Club. And Barcelona, I think, are getting healthy at the right time, Anton.
And for those people who maybe wonder why Coutinho isn't in the list and Ansu Fati, yes, Coutinho is at the moment, I think, in Brazil, right?
Yes.
For treatment. So yeah, that's why he isn't there. But Ansu Fati, yes. And yeah, all the rest of the players are available. It will be very interesting to see. Probably, or if there will be many changes compared to the Clásico lineup, and we can check it out now. Yeah, let's first show you guys the last FC Barcelona lineup, and then we can compare. Yes, and then we can compare the lineups. Do you think it will be like a similar one, or there will be some changes? What do you think, Dan? I think, yeah, maybe Sergio Roberto will be in the starting formation. I could expect this, and maybe also De Jong again in the defense.
Yeah, I could see a 4-3-3 though. I think that is entirely possible with Roberto coming in for Dest, and then more of a solid 4-back line, and potentially Araujo or Mingueza heading to the bench for PK, or basically combine the two and putting PK out. I could see that happening for the experience of it.
But normally Mingueza should start again, right? Because he was man of the match of Barca's team, yeah, right, against Real Madrid. So he definitely deserves the starting spot for Copa del Rey final, Mingueza. And
yeah, he deserves it.
Maybe Piqué will return.
Yeah, right. So, right, and usually you do have one left-footed center back in there, so that's probably going to be Lenglet. We've seen Ronald Araujo play as the left center back as well, so I do expect one of those two to start, and then Piqué or Mingueza potentially as the right center back. But as I said, I mean, Mingueza's played at right back, Sergio Roberto can play at right back, Serginho Dest can play at right back, and as I said, it makes our job hard to try to figure out what Ronald Koeman's going to do. But again, it's a positive sign that there are so many options finally at this point in the season to start different players in different positions. And Antoine Griezmann didn't even start against Real Madrid. So the question is whether or not Antoine Griezmann could start in this game. And if so, who are you going to take out for him? And in what fashion? So Antoine Griezmann's a wild card as well. So yeah, a lot of good things.
In the second leg of El Clásico, then Koeman put again Dembélé more on the right side. So yeah, hopefully Dembélé will again start as a right winger, because in the center it was a little bit maybe not the best option, and maybe Messi more like on the center position there as a forward.
Yeah, I mean, against Athletic Club, we're going to see their lineup here in a second. Against Athletic Club, I would expect that Dembélé will be on the wing. I think the flanks are a place that, especially Athletic Club, they're going to pack it in, and you've got to get basically around them. You can't go through them. You got to be around them, because if you go through them, you're just going to get kicked to bits, and maybe you'll get the occasional foul call. But Athletic Club are one of the better sides in the Liga at, we'll say, the dark arts, at playing with the dark arts, and a lot of fouls, a lot of pulling, and you have those names that we're about to see, and Raul Garcia, and players that they know how to get under your skin. They know how to have some fights. So I think we'll see the Athletic Club or the Athletic Bilbao lineup next here. And I expect this one's going to be a 4-4-2. Now, this lineup here that they played against Alaves, they wound up not getting a result. It was a draw against Alaves. But you see with this 4-4-2 lineup, Anton, and who's missing, right? Look at the substitutes. You have the leading scorer in Berenguer, didn't start this match. Inigo Martinez, their top center back, not starting this match. Raul Garcia, who leads them with assists, not starting this match. Yeah, and Iñaki Williams. Yeah. And Munian as well, their captain. So yeah, so you have 5, 6, 7 players that have gotten about a week and a half, 2-week rest that will be starting in the Copa del Rey final. So this 4-4-2 is kind of useless. Just plug and play though and replace. Yeah,
there will be many changes. Of course, Bilbao, for them now it's priority number 1 to win at least one Copa del Rey final. They lost one Copa del Rey final this month against Real Sociedad, guys, because the Copa del Rey final was postponed from last season due to Corona. So they played now I don't know, 3 weeks, a Copa del Rey final again, or already, and now again against us. So yeah, they will throw it in everything, and they will, of course, as us, they will fight with 1000% and give it everything to win this trophy and not to lose it again. Yeah, like 2 times in 1 month.
Well, the term in Spanish is suffering. That Barcelona are going to have to suffer to get a result in this match. And the goalkeeper, before we move on from this lineup, I have to mention Unai Simone. He is now basically the first choice for the Spain national team. He's overtaken De Gea. So, I mean, there's a good chance that Unai Simone has a really, really good day at the back. And Barcelona are going to have to continue to pepper him with chances to get that ball in the back of the net. Again, this is a team that's going to fight hard. They're going to dig deep. And Marcelino has them not necessarily playing great since they were in the Spanish Super Cup. He had them playing well then, but they're a team that have figured out who they are, and that can be helpful in a cup final, knowing who you are. But I also think Barca know who they are, so that I think this makes it a challenging cup final. And these are two teams, Anton, that we're going to talk about it aplenty. They have so much history between the two. Remember, Athletic Club, Barcelona, Real Madrid, those are the 3 squads in all of Spanish football that have never been relegated. And Athletic Club, even though they're only Basque players or players with affiliations to the Basque country, they are a team that somehow knows how to cultivate talent.
They were always good.
Play as a unit. Yep. Every year, decade after decade after decade after decade.
Normally always a very tough opponent. So let's check out some stats on our website. The last 5 meetings: 2-1 for us, 3-2 for Bilbao, 3-2 for us, 1-0, 1-0 for Bilbao, 1-0 for us. So yeah, very, very close meetings, of course. And yeah, in general, 40 matches played against Bilbao, 27 wins, 8 draws, and 5 loses. So since 2011, of course, guys, obviously. In general, there are many more matches against Bilbao.
Yep. I've got a fun one. It's story time, Anton. You know, we always anticipate it, right? I've got story time for you, right? The first time Barcelona face off against Athletic Club in the Copa del Rey final was 1920. Okay, so here's the story. This is a name I want people to realize and recognize. 1919 Copa del Rey final. So we're talking over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Felix Sesamaga scores a hat trick for Arena Club de Gretzko. Have you ever heard of that club? Arena Club de Gretzko. So they are in Gretzko. They are an old Basque club. They now play in the 3rd division up in the Basque Country, but they were one of the original. Where in Spanish football, the Basque Country really got things started. Athletic Club were really the first big club in Spain, if you will, before Barcelona, before even Real Madrid was Real Madrid, when they were even a Madrid squad or whatever it was. And then Real Sociedad was still coming on the scene, but there were other Basque Country clubs too that were succeeding and doing well, and Gretzko was one of those. So Gretzko winds up beating FC Barcelona in the 1919 Copa del Rey final with a hat trick from Sesamaga. So FC Barcelona thinks about it, and they say, hey, that's a pretty good player. We already have Paulino Alcantara. We already have Josep Samitier, for those who know Barcelona history. So they already had some pretty good players, but they added Sesamaga. They were impressed enough, they signed him. Fast forward to the 1920 Copa del Rey final. That's the first time that Barcelona faced off against Athletic Club in the Copa del Rey final. And it's Sesamaga who has a great match, and Athletic Club wind up winning 2-0. Again, that was a team coached by Jack Greenwell. You had Alcantara. You had Ricardo Zamora. So if anyone knows the name Zamora, where do you know the name Zamora from? Zamora Trophy. So Ricardo Zamora was the goalkeeper for Barcelona at the time, as I mentioned, Samitier. And on the other side, okay, this is a little bit of trivia for everybody. For Athletic Club in that match, there was a man by the name of Rafael Moreno Aranzadi. Do you know who that is? Do you know who that is? I mean, I don't expect you to, but you know his nickname. His nickname was Pichichi. And that is what the Pichichi Trophy is named for. So that 1920 Copa del Rey final. I know, Anton, wake up. I know you put your snooze alarm on. Wake up.
History time with Dan, yeah.
I know, it's a little earlier here in the US than it is over there. So yeah, history time with Dan. I agree with everybody. So yeah, so there's a little bit of a history lesson. The Copa del Rey final between Barcelona and Athletic Club, it goes back 101 years. So there is a ton of history, and this is 2 teams. If you get anything else but that, know that these are 2 teams that know each other well. That is, that was a good story, but there are a lot of bad stories too in terms of Diego Maradona, the Basque Butcher. If anybody knows that story, we're going to probably
get a big fight, right?
Oh, yeah. So there
yeah.
have been some ugly moments between these two teams in the Copa del Rey as well, and we'll get to all those in a second here. So, Antoine, I give the floor back to you.
Also,
let's go over those previous cup finals.
One famous scene was when a Bilbao player has made the famous injury for Diego Maradona, right? And then he came back after his injury, and the first game was again against Bilbao. And yeah, all the people were really, really scared that one more time a Bilbao player will injure.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just Maradona too. It was Bernd Schuster as well. So we know Bernd Schuster as Real Madrid manager. As you're German. He's one of the great, other than Ter Stegen, the great German Barcelona player from the 20th century, and Ter Stegen obviously in the 21st century. So yeah, it was Bernd Schuster, it was Maradona. It was culminating in a moment that winds up being one of the ugliest moments in Spanish footballing history.
But yeah, especially since I'm a Barca fan since 2005, in the last 15 years, all the times when we were in the Copa del Rey final, I remember, how many times have we lost the final? One time against Real Madrid when Gareth Bale passed their Batra, and then one time against Sevilla when we lost again, 2 years. But the rest, I think we won every final. So we have a very, very good quote, and the statistics are very positive of the Copa del Rey finals when we were included in the last 15 years. So normally we should win it tomorrow, but of course, Bilbao, it won't be very, very easy. But I think it could happen in everything.
As you already alluded to, Anton scored that absolute golazo, and we're going to see that in the goals. We have a little video of the goals as well that we'll check out. So. I'm just warning everyone to brace yourself. You're about to see a fantastic Messi goal if you remember it.
Yeah, and the people who were there at the stadium and had a good perspective to Messi and watching this goal in front of 30, 40 meters in front of them, they are really, really glad, and they will never forget this stadium experience, right? But all right, this game won't be... is it confirmed now? Will it be with crowd at the stadium or not? Or just crowd from Andalusia?
There's no crowd, but it is happening in
right?
Yeah, but it is happening at Sevilla in Andalusia. So that is a stadium that I want to remind everyone that even though Sevilla is not playing in that match, it's the stadium that Messi has scored the most goals in on the road. So that is a stadium that I don't know what it is, but Messi loves scoring at the Stadi Pizjuan. So Roman Pizjuan. Let's get that right. So Messi loves going there.
It's not the biggest stadium or not the Sevilla stadium. It's another stadium in Sevilla, right? It's I think the Olympic Stadium.
Oh, it's another stadium. Okay.
They have third stadium in Sevilla. Yeah.
Right. So it's not Betis. It's not Sevilla. All right. So
it's time.
It's not Messi scoring there, but
but Messi loves to score in general. In Sevilla,
he scored in too many places, Anton. I can't keep it straight, honestly.
All right, now it's time to watch the goals against Athletic Club Bilbao in the Copa del Rey finals. So hopefully we will see also Yaya Touré's goal in 2009. Here we go. We start with it.
Yeah, so these are the goals versus Athletic Club. We start in 2009. Unfortunately, we don't have footage from the 20s, but we do have this footage. Thankfully, we have this footage.
Wow. What a dream goal of Yaya Touré.
Yeah.
And here we go. Messi continues. It's a nice pre-assist.
Samuel Eto'o getting a part of that one.
Nice.
That was before defenses learned you can't let Messi go right to left and get the ball on his left foot at the top of the penalty box. It took what 7, 8, 9, 10 years for teams to figure that out, but too much time and space for him. And then Boyan, this was in the emergence of Boyan, and he's been a good player his whole career. He's been a professional. Unfortunately, a lot of different factors, but really enjoyed to see him then. And Xavi winds up putting a nail in the coffin here on the free kick.
Yeah, 2009 was the start of the golden era of FC Barcelona under Pep Guardiola for sure, and also the start of Messi's incredible, of course also in 2008, 2007 he played very, very good, but 2009 was the first year when he won the Ballon d'Or also.
Yeah, And this is the year where he breaks the record for all-time goals in a year.
You mean like 91 calendar year goals?
The calendar years, yep.
No, I think it was in
2011. Yeah, 2011, right?
No, 2013. Messi broke. I think it was in 2013. Then maybe you bought the wrong history book. Maybe guys commented under the video. Was it in 2012 or 13? I think it was in 2013 because it was a different jersey later. All right.
Anyway, so.
No, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yep, he beat Jared Muller, so fellow German, he beat his record. But nevertheless, we go back to the goals. This is 2015. This is the treble season. This is when the front three, Luis Suarez, Neymar, Messi, I mean, MSN, I don't need to... I mean, everybody knows now what MSN were capable of. They were just banging in goals for fun, and Dani Alves still...
Now I know it. Then it was half of the 2011-2012 season, and then half of the 2012-2013 season, and this counted for this calendar year. Yeah, but it was 2012. Yeah, you're right.
Either way. Here's Messi, near post run. And I told you, Messi scored against Athletic Club. They have a hard time stopping him, and the only way really to stop him is what they did in the Spanish Super Cup, which is just continue to kick him, and hope you get under his skin. But I know that Messi, after the red card against Athletic Club in the Spanish Super Cup final, certainly he's not going to lose his temper here. He's not going to lose his cool like that one. And this is going to be a Messi that, I mean, I think he's excited, if anything, to play against Athletic Club.
Look at his face there. At this moment, he knew we won this trophy. Nice.
It's Copa del Rey time, right? So between now and we're 24 hours away from the Copa del Rey basically starting. So I think next up on the docket is to hear from Ronald Koeman. He was asked a lot of tough questions in this press conference. Again, we already saw it, but this press conference from Ronald Koeman, it was a tough one. And there's a lot going on here. He had a lot of questions to answer. As I said, he has a lot of options to fill his lineup with too. So I think the next thing on the docket is to hear from Ronald Koeman, who obviously was talking a lot about how he wants his team to improve from what we saw against Real Madrid.
Yes, let's check it out, guys. What our coach has said before tomorrow's match.
Tomorrow's match, we know we're going to play against a very competitive team. It'll be the fourth time where we're going to play against them this season. Twice in La Liga we won, and we lost in the Super Cup in extra time. There were always very tight scorelines.
That hurt us.
We need to be good with the ball, and above all, without the ball. I think in that aspect, in the last two games, is where we lost a bit. I always go out with the intention to dominate the game, to find our players in between the lines, try to find our wingers and create opportunities of goal, and above all, to be strong in moments where we lose the ball. And for me, the system is not the most important. It's more important what energy we put into the game. And of course, in order to win tomorrow, individually, we need our players to be at their best. We need all the players. We need everybody to be well. Of course, analyzing our team, there are various players that have played many finals, that have their experience playing these finals, and they've won them as well. So they need to be a help for the younger players. I'm sure that they have learned a lot from the Super Cup final, and having this experience now you need to just continue to play finals. You need to win them and lose them in order to mature.
Yeah, this is also what I meant, Dan. For me, it doesn't matter if we play with 4-3-3 or 3-5-2 system. Roman also said it. It's more important that we show our energy, that all the players show that they are like at 200%, that they show their best. And in the end, they know how to play. So it's just important to give everything and to enjoy this final, because it's a final. We have the possibility to win a big trophy. Yeah. Unfortunately, we lost the Super Cup final against Athletic Bilbao, so we have to take revenge. This really hurted. I remember it. But all right, we have the possibility tomorrow, and also for La Liga season. So if we win now Copa del Rey, this will be also a boost for the last 8 games, and the season.
Well, yeah, Anton, when we talked about history and like years and years, decades and decades ago, Barcelona would only play against your opponent one time a year. You might only see your opponent in one La Liga match, and because they didn't play as many, and then you'd see them in the Cup once, right? Or so you might only see an opponent once or twice a year. With Athletic Club, Barcelona have seen them aplenty. And one of the things I always say is that the first time that you are against an opponent, you're thinking a lot about the tactics. So the first time Barca faced PSG this year, I said, okay, what does PSG do on the field? What is their formation? What are they going to try to exploit? And Barca the same way. Ronald Koeman talked a bit about the tactics, but in this cup now, in this final, and this always proves to be the case for finals, when a trophy is on the line, emotion, desire, those are the intangibles that you and I can try our best to break down the tactics, but it doesn't matter. It's what team is going to want it more when you have 2 teams that have faced off now. This is their 4th time meeting this year, Spanish Super Cup, and then the 2 La Liga matches. So the 4th time seeing the same opponent in a calendar year, or I mean in an 8-month period, means that throw out the tactics, throw out all the X's and O's that I always ramble on about, and just ask who wants it more. And that's what Ronald Koeman's saying. Whatever team wants it more, whatever team has the energy, the desire, the fight. Again, we know that Barca are going to have to suffer with the ball. They're going to have plenty of the ball, and they have to do what they need to do with the ball. Put the ball in the back of the net, and they need to want it more. And this match can be theirs. And that's what Ronald Koeman said.
It's the 2nd Copa del Rey final in just 1 month for Athletic Bilbao. So they already lost one against Real Sociedad. I think they really want to win this trophy tomorrow also. So it won't be an easy match. And but also Super Cup final was so unlucky also against Bilbao with this dream goal of Iñaki Williams, with his best goal of his whole career. He got asked after this match in the interview, was this your best goal ever? And he said, yeah, probably it was my best goal. So it was against us. So, but all right, we forget the Super Cup final. Tomorrow it's a new game.
Yep. And once again, we say who wins finals for you, not just the goal scorers, but the goalies. And we don't talk a lot about goalies here in the locker room, where we talk about the offense. We talk about the way that things happen in terms of goal scoring opportunities. But we don't talk enough about Marc-Andre ter Stegen. As we mentioned, if not for Marc-Andre ter Stegen and saving that penalty against Lucas Ocampos in the 2nd leg of the semifinal, Barcelona don't go through here. So I want to remind you, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, he's not a captain. And people always ask those questions. No, he's not a captain.
After this, Ocampos again missed the penalty in the league. Yeah. Right.
So ter Stegen, he's a leader on this team, even though he doesn't have a captain next to his name. And he's the next guy we're going to hear from here. And, you know, I also remember, too, that ter Stegen, he got his Barcelona start playing in the Copa del Rey when Claudio Bravo was the main goalkeeper. So ter Stegen, this is when he came over from Borussia Mönchengladbach. He was the Copa del Rey goalkeeper, and then he was the one in 2015 that helped get Barcelona to the Copa del Rey final and to win the Copa del Rey final in 2015. So this is a competition that Marc-Andre ter Stegen knows well, and he usually plays well in these finals, in the Copa del Rey finals. And again, it's a little bit of history for him, too. So,
all right, let's jump into this video, guys. What our German goalkeeper says about tomorrow's match. Yeah, and we have many Forza Barças in the chat. All right, I like this. I like to read this. Forza Barça, yes, guys.
Well, of course, right now we have the opportunity to win a title. Obviously, we still have that game we played here last time fresh in our memories, and we hope we won't have the same result. We had a chance to win it until the very last minute. I think we were better as well, but fatigue kicked in. Hopefully tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow we won't have the 120 minutes on our legs like we had last time. So tomorrow we're going to try to be 100%. We're going to train now to be prepared for anything.
Yeah, the point he's bringing up is they play too many of those extra times.
We expect a difficult match, but we'll be prepared. We never get used to winning titles. It always takes a tremendous effort. For us, it always means we need to be 100%. And in this case, seeing as the competition format changed a bit, we always try to be at our best for each game. I think that we fought very hard to get here, and seeing the amount of effort it took for us to get here, I think that we deserve to be here in this final. And now we have all the possibilities to win, and we're going to give it our all.
I think if we win tomorrow the Copa del Rey, then this would be like the most dramatic run ever in the Copa del Rey tournament, and like in the last, I don't know, 10 victories when we won this title, because of all the extra time games, and the team really deserves this title. But of course, there's still one game left. So we have to show that we really deserve it, and show also a dominant performance in that final. Yeah, but
yeah, you had to go back. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that, and I had to go back quite a long time to figure out the last tournament where Barcelona were fighting on pins and needles. The last time was when it was. I mean, now remember, Copa del Rey final was more exciting because there's just one leg. That's why these were so exciting. I mean, remember, it was for many years 2 legs to reach all those different competitions. So that's why you saw Atletico Madrid go out as early as they did, because Atletico Madrid in years past would have had a second leg to take on Cornellà. Then Cornellà, obviously. Do you trust Cornellà to beat Atletico Madrid twice?
Also, the final was always with first and second leg. Yeah.
Yep. And so that's different too. So yeah, I mean, it makes it more exciting. It certainly makes it more exciting. Again, you have to go back, 70, 80 years since the last time when these two teams would face off. And again, things were a little different. Teams were less deep, and things were different. But yeah, in recent history, in recent modern football, if you will, the better team has had that second leg to be able to, other than the final, have had the second leg to wind up getting the goals they need. And usually they do. Usually the better team over 2 legs has been able to get through. But yeah, the final is where it doesn't matter. It's all about those 90 minutes. It's time for those predictions. It's time to guess whether or not Barcelona's going to win the 31st Copa del Rey in their history and extend the record for most Copa del Rey wins of any team in Spanish football. I know that both of us are going to say that Barcelona are going to win the match, but by how many goals is the real question here.
Yeah, my last prediction was 4-1, for the El Clasico. In the end, it was a 2-1 for Real Madrid. But a very unlucky match here. Okay, then who would like to start? Rock, paper, scissors?
I'm going to be brave today, Anton. 3-0. Let's go.
Oh, okay. I wanted to play a little bit. Okay. 3-0. Okay. You think so? With a clean sheet.
I'm going for it. Ter Stegen, he was the man at the podium. So I was thinking 3-1. But I'm thinking, hey, Ter Stegen, he's the man at the podium. Barcelona have been playing well. They've got something to prove after El Clasico. Copa del Rey's their competition. 3-0. Let's do it.
Guys, don't blame me for my prediction, okay? I always like to say Barca victories with many goals, but I really have the feeling that we will score tomorrow at least 4 goals. So I will say 4-0. I think we will see a spectacular game. Really, I think a very dominant performance. I think our team will show one of the best performances this season. They have shown so many good performances in Copa del Rey, and they will show it one more time because now it's a final and they want to win it. So 4-0 for Barca.
Yeah, Barca scored 4 goals before. Remember 2009, we looked at it. 4-1 winners against Athletic Club. Then you go back 4-3, 1971 against Valencia. 1959, 4-1. They beat Granada. 52, 4-2 against Valencia. 1942, 4-2 again, or 4-3 against Athletic Club. So what is that? I wasn't keeping track, but that's 5 times in their 30 titles have they scored 4 goals. So Anton, not a bad guess to say that Barcelona is going to score 4, but they've never won 4-0. as you just heard, they won 4-3, 4-2, and 4-1. They've never won 4-0. So that would be a first in Copa del Rey history for Barcelona. But yeah, I mean, 3-1, I guess now I feel safe. I felt like I was going out on a limb there, 3-0 in a final. I was trying to give Athletic Club a little bit of credit, but all right, 4-0. Final thoughts is that Barcelona have a lot to prove. It's been 2 years without a trophy. It feels like a lifetime in modern history. It's not for older Kool-Aids know that trophies are hard to win. And recent history has Barcelona winning a lot of trophies, but now it's been, for many young Kool-Aids, it's been the largest stretch. I mean, 2 years is not a long time, but it's a lifetime for Barcelona not getting a trophy in the 21st century. So Ronald Koeman wants it. He wants his first trophy with Barcelona. Messi as captain wants his first, this will be his first trophy as, right? It'll be his first trophy as the out-and-out captain. Unless the second La Liga maybe, but either way, it's another trophy for Messi as a captain. So there's a lot to play for, and this is a team that wants it. So that's my final thought. I mean, it's not tactics, whatever. Throw them out the window. Who wants it more?
Yes, exactly. I think it will depend on how much energy the teams will throw in the match, and I hope in the end our team will throw more energy and just show one more time our fighting spirit, but hopefully to not make it as exciting as other matches in Copa del Rey, because I don't want to see extra time. I don't want to see a penalty shootout. Please, guys, just score goals and be effective, and let's win this trophy. Vamos.
Yeah. And I want to remind everybody that, again, follow here on Twitch, subscribe. Again, also remind everybody that it'll be Anton and Omar on the live coverage starting 30 minutes before the match. And then the next day, it'll be the post-match reaction with Sarah and Robert. So you'll be able to watch along here on Twitch with us throughout the entire duration of the weekend. So we hope everyone has a really good weekend. Enjoy the Copa del Rey final. Again, you'll hear from me afterwards, after the fact, when all is said and done, the dust is settled, and Barcelona won their 31st Copa del Rey final. So Anton, I mean, we both have our catchphrases, so let's do it. Go ahead.
So yeah, also to the YouTube guys, leave a comment, leave your predictions below in the comment section, leave a like, and also turn on the bell for notifications. And yeah, as always, my last words: Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya.
Yeah, and as I always say, Forza Barça.